I was wondering, sir, if you could tell me what was in those wagons. It's a model of you! Now, time to find those freight cars and get the other engines. I waited too long to get my hands on a magical engine, and without any of the wind-up engines realizing it, they were trapped. This railway will be staying in the domain of the minis forever, before we take this railway and destroy the wind-up engines! I think I can. Bust my buffers, why do you have to live so far away? Finally, after a whole day of travelling to avoid detection by the other Thomas minis, Thomas reached the Muffle Mountain Junction. Psst, lady! It's me, Thomas the Tank Engine. You've got to help us. The wind-up engines are being destroyed by the Thomas minis. They've come through from their merchandising line and are trying to take over our railway. Oh, please, lady. I know you haven't appeared on screen since calling all engines, but I promise we still care about you. Suddenly, there was movement and a magical sound from the buffers ahead. Look who it is, Thomas the Tank Engine. I thought you'd forgotten about me. Of course not, lady. It's just that the Magic Railroad was such a terrible film, or at least everyone seems to treat it like it is. They kind of didn't want you to appear in the TV series. Last time I checked, Diesel 10 had his own movie. I know, lady, and it was terrible. Anyway, that's not why I'm here. I need you to help us undo the magic that brought the minis to our island. But Thomas and the Magic Railroad might not even be canon, and therefore, I don't even know if I have magic powers. Lady, now's not the time to be having a discussion about what is canon and isn't canon in the Thomas and Friends franchise. Come on, there isn't much time. Our entire railway is in jeopardy. Okay, fine, I'll help you. But there's something I want in return. Silly wind-up, Thomas. He's led me right to the engine I've been looking for, and then I'll have all the magic I need to make this railway the diesel revolution it should be by 2016. Lady, I promise you'll have your own episode in the TV series, and I can even arrange it so that you star on XtremeTrainz' YouTube channel. It would be a shame if you didn't survive long enough to star in it. Thomas the Tank Engine, you've led him right to me. There's no escape now. Minnie's in front, Minnie's behind. Isn't that right, Pinchy? Come on, lady, we've got to get out of here. I like my lunch steamed. And with that, the chase was on. Suddenly, Diesel couldn't control himself as he came rushing down the hill. We did it! He's off the rails! No, Thomas, look! Diesel 10's back on the track! Us Thomas Minis don't even need your stupid rails. I can go wherever I please. In the approaching tunnel, the track split into two, joining in a precarious turntable. The signalman, seeing Thomas and Lady were in danger, switched them onto the outside line, not realizing the inside one was shorter. Oh no! Come on, lady, we've got to beat him, otherwise we'll be trapped. I'll get you, lady, the magical engine. No, you won't, because the magic you refuse to believe in will get the better of you. That line sounds awfully familiar. Bust my buffers! Diesel's gonna beat us there! Thomas was right. Diesel 10 surged onto the turntable, blocking Thomas and Lady. Lady, you're ever so wrong. I do believe in magic, and I'm going to extract it from you forcefully. Not so fast, Diesel 10. The Minis Diesel rumbled back in surprise. How can you be here? I sent Diesel to go and guard the diesel works. You Minis were easy to overcome. Unlike you, I have a movable claw. Isn't that right, Pinchy? Well, in that case, help me get this magical engine. We can go halves in what gold dust we extract from her. Go halves? Diesel 10 doesn't go halves. I will have this magical engine when I am ready, and I'm not letting any other diesels take it. Thomas and Lady watched on in stunned silence. Fine. If we have to battle, I'm going to win. Minis upgrade, activate! All of a sudden, the classic Diesel 10 in front of them transformed into the Franken Diesel 10 with different colored wheels. Now I have parts of other engines inside of me, and I will push you off the rails. Bust my buffers! Looks like the Minis have the power to upgrade. Another way they destroy your wallet. What are we gonna do? I meant what I said, Thomas. Lady will be all mine. Until then, no sharing. I'll take care of this Franken Diesel. You get away. The wind-up Diesel 10 biffed into Franken Diesel 10, pushing them both out of the way of the turntable. Come on, Thomas. There's no time to lose. The Minis all over the island could be upgrading. At Crovin's Gate Station, Minis Gordon was waiting with the express. Suddenly, he felt a tingling in his axles. A Mini must be in danger. Mini upgrade activate! Suddenly, in a flash, Gordon transformed into his racer version. With speed to protect the Minis! And with that, he raced away, leaving his coaches and confused passengers behind. At the Tidmer Sheds complex, Thomas felt the same tingling in his axles. A Mini is in danger! Quickly, activate defensive Mini upgrade! Suddenly, all the Minis at the yard sprung into life. Thomas the superhero, Toby to Candy, James to Dino, and Percy to Mummy. Oh no, said Molly. Looks like we're in a lot more trouble now. Alright, lady, we're nearly there. This is Wordsworth Station. With all the tricks of that Diesel 10, I don't think this is going to be easy, Thomas. As the two tank engines puffed into the yards, they saw the Minis Edward, or what Minis Edward had become. Naughty little Thomas, we expected that you would come here. You won't stop us, Edward, or whatever you are. Lady, you've got to have a look around for those trucks. They've got to be here somewhere. Well, Thomas, if you ask me, there's some there really, really obvious. Under the coal hopper, behind that diesel, it's so conspicuous. Oh, Sydney, you had one job to look inconspicuous. Never mind, you engines will never get to those trucks. Once I work out how to use this turbo laser. You fangled. Go, lady, get to the siding. I'll try and stop whatever this Edward's doing. Okay, Thomas, if you say so. I knew this turbo laser couldn't be as difficult as it looked in those space movies. Take that! Bust my buffers. So close, yet so far. Once it recharges, Thomas, I'll get you. Lady, realizing there was no time to lose, quickly raced over and smashed right into Sydney.
I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna let you get to these wagons.
Yes, you will.
Won't.
Will.
Won't.
Ha-ha! I will most certainly get my own branch line when I destroy Thomas. Fizzling fireboxes! Lady, you've got to get a move on. I don't have much time. Well, you know what they say, Thomas. Third time's the charm. Edward's final explosion was so close that Thomas had to rush forward to avoid being hit. But all of a sudden, an explosion rocked the coal hopper. Oh, oopsies. So that's what that button does.
Uh-oh. Edward!
The explosion knocked the legs off the coal hopper, and with a crunch and a crack, it tipped over, knocking Sydney off the rails. Lady saw it. Up ahead, the trucks were derailed, but still in the line of the tracks. I can do it! I can do it! I can do it! Lady charged at the trucks, hitting them head on and slamming them against a ginormous sonic screwdriver. As she heard a strange noise, she quickly backed away. Suddenly, with the fabric of the material generator inside the trucks damaged, it disappeared into a ball of pixels. Without the material gateways in the trucks holding open the gap between the Minis and the TOMY wind-up universes, the engines couldn't be sustained. Oh dear, Thomas will be mad at me when we get back to the Minis island of Sodor. Can you guys hear something? Oh no, I was just beginning to like you here.
Oh, what? I didn't even get to pull the mail train.
Grrr! I'll be back, Thomas Windups, and next time there won't be any mistakes. I will be the most powerful merchandising line in Thomas and Friends history.
They're gone, they're gone. The minis are gone and we're finally free.
Back at Wellsworth Station, Thomas and Lady were ecstatic. Lady, you did so well. That magic of yours was simply wondrous. Yes, said Lady, hardly convincingly. Magic, Thomas. Definitely magic. Later that afternoon, Thomas, Percy, and Lady all arrived at Maythwaite Station, where the Fat Controller had requested to see them. I think the Fat Controller's going to give me a medal.
I reckon he'll give you a branch line, Thomas. Oh, wait, never mind. You've already got one of those.
Or maybe, Thomas, he's going to present you with that statue, which I don't imagine was there this morning. Sure enough, the engines looked over at the flatbed, which had brought the original Thomas Mini statue. On top of it, a gold version of the statue shone in the sun, catching the light and reflecting it every which way. I don't know what you were playing at today, Thomas, but going to Muffle Mountain and collecting the magical engine was not what you were supposed to be doing. What about your branch line? Excuse me, sir? Up until that point, I had 100% on-time running, the yards were organised, and no engine was out of place. You, Thomas, ruined everything.
But sir, the minis came, and Thomas and Lady saved our railway from ultimate destruction.
Enough! I won't have any more of these shenanigans. Off you go. Lady, get back to Muffle Mountain, doing whatever it is you do up there when you're not featuring in a special and saving the day. Thomas, get back to your branch line, and Percy, you can shunt in the yards for acting disorderly. But sir! If you keep this up, Thomas, you'll be working with Arthur with lots and lots of fish. The Fat Controller, evidently incredibly cross, waited till the other engine had slunked away before he said something rather strange to himself. Oh, next time I'll get them. There'll be a way to revolutionize this railway. I've just got to figure out what it is. As the Fat Controller turned his back, the statue, as seen from the security camera footage of that day, could almost seem to be moving, as if it was winking.